Hello everyone, welcome back to Wireless Sensors and Networks. Today we are going to discuss about BGP multiple access protocols. These protocols are the subclassification of contention-based protocols. BGP multiple access protocols are three types. They are BGP multiple access protocol, dual BGP multiple access protocol, and receiver-initiated BGP multiple access protocol. In short form, BTMA, DBTMA, and RIBTMA protocols respectively. BTMA and DBTMA protocols are multi-channel protocols of a sender-initiated protocol, and this is comes under contention-based MAC protocols. RIBTMA protocol is a receiver-initiated protocol. In contention-based MAC protocols, the protocols that follows the contention based on channel access policy. That means if a node want to transmit the data to the neighboring node within the network, then the intended transmitter do not make any prior reservation of a channel for sharing the data. Therefore, it must be content with the neighboring node for gain or win the channel for sharing the data. The contention-based MAC protocols do not support quality of service, and nodes do not require regular access in the channel. Simply, contention-based MAC protocols are the random access protocols. BTMA protocols are proposed for overcoming the hidden node terminal problem. Now look at the BGP multiple access protocol operation. In this BGP multiple access protocol, the entire available bandwidth is divided into two channels, control channel and data channel. The control channel is used for transmitting the BGP signal, and as well as it is used for exchanging the control packets like RTS and CTS packet. The data channel is used for data transmission. Now look at the operation of BTMA protocol. Let us consider the two sensor nodes N1 and N2. If N1 is a transmitter and it is ready for transmission of data packet to N2, first it is going to check whether the BGP is activated by the N2 or not. If it finds the BGP is activated by the N2 on control channel, that indicates that N2 is transferring the data packet to another neighboring node, not N1. And in that case, the N1 has to wait for some time, and it is reschedules its data transmission after some period of time. After that, again the N1 is going to check whether the busy tone is activated by the N2 or not. If it didn't find any busy tone by the N2, that indicates that N2 is free and it is ready to receive the information from N1. To confirm it, it is sending a RTS packet to N2. On hearing this RTS packet by N2, if it is ready to receive the information, and it is acknowledged by sending CTS back to N1 on control channel. On hearing this CTS packet from N2, the N1 think that yes, N2 is ready to receive the information in such a way that it is confirming by sending CTS packet. Immediately, the busy tone is activated by the N1 on control channel, and then it is going to transfer the data packet to N2. So once the data packet successfully completed, the busy tone is going to be turned off in such a way that the data is transferred from N1 to N2. In BTMA protocol, the bandwidth utilization is very poor, and the probability of collision is very low in BTMA protocol. Here, only one busy tone is activated, that is by the sender. So, and this protocol is called sender initiated MAC protocol. Now look at the dual BGP multiple access protocol. In this, the entire available bandwidth is again divided into two channels similar to that of BTMA protocol. One is control channel, second one is data channel. In this control channel, the BGPs are activated, and as well as it accesses the RTS and CTS control packets. The data channel is used for data transmission. In DBTMA protocols, there are the two BGPs are activated by the nodes. One is BTT and second one is BTR. BTT tone is activated by the transmitter once the data is transmitting from one node to another node. BTR, this node is activated by the receiver while receiving the data from the neighboring node on control channel. Okay, these two busy tone signals are two sine waves at different well separated frequency. Now look at the data transmission operation in DBTMA protocol. Let us consider the two nodes, sender and receiver. If sender has a data packet and if it is want to send the information to a neighboring node, first it sends whether the busy tone is activated or not by the receiver. If it didn't send any sends any busy tone, immediately it is going to make a request by sending RTS packet. If the neighboring node is ready to receive the information, and it is going to confirm it by sending a CTS packet, and immediately it is going to turn on busy tone on control channel by the receiver. On hearing this CTS packet by the sender, okay, and it think that yes, the receiver is confirming by sending CTS packet. At the same time, it is going to turn on its busy tone on control channel. Here the two busy tones are activated, and the data is transmitted, okay, transfer from sender to receiver. Once the data is successfully received or completed, the two busy tones are going to be turned off. In this DBTMA protocols, the entire bandwidth is utilized twice that of the RTS CTS based schemes, and DBTMA protocol exhibits better network utilization. In this DBTMA protocols, okay, only one side of channel is going to be blocked. Well, if one node is transmitting and it is going to be blocked, if another node is receiving, only that particular channel is going to be blocked. Whereas in RTS CTS based schemes, if the data is transmitting to the another neighboring node, the entire available bandwidth is going to be blocked. Okay, next coming to the receiver initiated busy tone multiple access protocol, RABTMA protocol. In this, it is also similar to that of BTMA protocol and DBTMA protocol. The entire bandwidth is divided into two channels, control channel and data channel. The control channel is used for activating the busy tone signals, as well as it is used to exchanging the control packets. Okay, in this RABTMA protocol, the data packet is divided into two portions. One is preamble and second one is actual data. The preamble carries the information about the intended destination node. Both data channel and the control channels are slotted, with each slot is equal to length of the preamble. Now look at the data transmission operation in RABTMA protocol. Okay, the data transmission consisting two steps. First, preamble need to be transmitted by the sender. Once the receiver nodes acknowledge this the reception of this preamble by transmitting the busy tone. The second one is it inform to the neighboring node hidden nodes about the impending transmission, so that they do not transmit the data at the same time to the same nodes. So that is the operation of this RABTMA protocol. In this RABTMA protocols, there are consisting two subprotocols. One is basic protocol and the second one is control protocol. Just what we discussed, that is comes under basic protocols. Whereas in a control protocol, if two nodes are transmitting the information, if neighboring node also want to transfer the information to the same node, it is continuously sending the number of requests, right? In that case, the control protocols that supports backlog buffer. That means if let us consider 10 nodes are there, 2 nodes are receiving, okay, the remaining nodes are ideal. If the remaining nodes are also want to transmit the transmit the data packet to the same intended receiver which is already in receiving, okay, at the point of the receiver, it is going to receive all the requests and those are placed in a buffer. Okay, that buffer is represented as backlogged buffer. Okay, if the backlogged buffer is filled, if another node want to communicate it to the same intended receiving node, in that case the buffer is unable to store that request, and the buffer is represented as a blocked buffer. Okay, means it is unable to store the one more request. Are clear? So that is the data transmission operation of RABTMA protocol. In RABTMA protocol, the basic protocol and the controlled protocols are both are the same thing, except backlog buffer. Backlog buffer is present in controlled protocol. That means simply it consisting a stack which is used to store number of requests, and based on the request from the neighboring node, it is going to be allow the channel for sharing the information. So that's the BTMA protocols operation. So what we discussed here is we discussed the operation of BTMA protocol in DBTMA protocol and RIBTMA protocol. Thank you.